We're going to be doing a 10-minute speed rebuild for each of the 4 teams playing in today's Christmas games. Now, while it's going to be great for all of us watching for this actual video idea, a little unfortunate that all 4 teams are actually pretty damn good, but at the same time, I don't really see the Texans win a year one Super Bowl. The Steelers, the Ravens, I mean, the Chiefs usually do win, I'll give them that, but all the other teams, not really teams that I see win it often, so we're going to see what happens in this one. We'll have 10 minutes to rebuild each team by doing whatever we deem necessary through the trade system. We could go free agents, but we're going to be starting in the regular season week 1 for all this, so I don't think there's going to be many free agents anyways. But there's obviously improvements on pretty much every roster you can think of, as no team is perfect. We'll be throwing draft picks in, probably trades, trading maybe Danielle Hunter down for, let's say, an 84 overall star edge rusher to add maybe, an 88 overall cornerback per se. Obviously not really thinking of that, as Lassiter is actually really solid in real life, but 77 overall, you could probably do better in game, right? So, definitely nothing's off the table, if you will, and we're going to do whatever we can to try and improve this team's overall and improve their chances at a Super Bowl, and then we'll move on to the next teams. Probably going to do Texans, Steelers, Ravens, Chiefs in that order, and we're going to get going with this first one, the Houston Texans. Now, it has been a while since I've done a speed rebuild. I don't really even trade for actual players often in rebuilds, so this could go really poorly, but hopefully it gets better as the teams go on, as we kind of get an idea for trade value. In the past for speed rebuilds, we've done the trades on easy difficulty because I feel like normal's a little too harsh. You see the older guys that don't even have that great a dev that are on the, okay overall, but not that high of an overall rating, go for way more than they would in real life. Easy kind of, I would say it's about 10% too easy, whereas normal is about 40% too hard. I'm throwing random numbers out there, but speaking of random numbers, if you guys actually want to see more speed rebuilds this year, let me know by leaving a like, maybe subscribing if you're new, and once again, if you're not new, I do appreciate continued support on the channel. But without any further ado, with 10 minutes on the clock, we're going to start now. Now, the big thing is with this Texans team is, I kind of already forgot who we need. I'm thinking you trade off Diggs to add extra talent at maybe the defensive tackle position. You probably could actually hold off with that, actually. Let's get these draft picks going, and we'll add that way. If we need to trade Diggs to add other positions of talent, because once again, I am a let's get every position going, whereas, if we keep Diggs, it's already a pretty good, strong position. We're going to allow Tank Dell to play as well, because I feel like, we just need a win, right? Like, it's kind of harsh that Tank Dell is down the way he is. Hoping that, everything's fine for him, but it obviously is kind of a scary situation. That's a big injury. It's a really tough injury. Lee McNeil's solid, speaking of some injuries. Not really a lot of high overall DTs. I know we're wasting a lot of clock here, but kind of have to survey the talent a little bit. I kind of want to double up and maybe just take all of the Colts guys. It'd be very interesting to see. Is that alone enough? Okay, so we will probably have to throw that first round pick in there. Get in some DTs off the oh my god, okay. Maybe we sold a little bit. That's beside the point. We got 2 defensive tackles. We're not going to worry about cutting players right now, obviously. And then those first round picks, they're going to get a little tougher down the line, so we do have to, preserve our draft capital as much as possible. Maybe throw some players in instead. Off-ball linebackers, kind of a big positional need here. Love Christian Harris, but he's just not going to get the job done in game. We need someone that's a bit higher of an overall. Who the hell can we add? Maybe DeMario is going to be like an X factor, though, isn't he? So his value is going to be very high. Yeah, he's a little bit too high. Who the hell can I get? Maybe a Patrick Queen? See where we are with this. Not even close. Even worse, actually, than if we were to go for DeMario Davis. Cody Barton, Levante David, all the older guys. I guess you could go Bobby Wagner. This might be of an over trade, though, so what the hell can you get off of them? Okay, I'm going to get a 5th round pick. Even that might not. Oh, yeah, they know what they've got. They're like, yeah, we know you're doing a freaking speed rebuild, dude. You only need 1 year. Bobby Wagner's that guy. He's perfect. But yeah, this is on easy, mind you. So, imagine this was on normal trade value. This would be really tough. I mean, it's already tough, you know? Like, it's kind of brutal. What do you do? Blake Fisher? I mean, he's normal dev, but he's young. Okay, I mean, I guess we might have to dip into a third-round pick next year already. You know, the next year picks are kind of dying here. I don't like this. This trade is so... Oh, we already traded a freaking third. I didn't realize... Really? I have to trade a second-round pick? Wow. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. This is very costly. Kalen Bullock. I mean, we need a DT, but, I mean, Ward is, like, the perfect guy. Bullock's got to be worth something. There you go. It's probably an overtrade, but we've already wasted 3 minutes, and we've only added 3 players. So, yeah, it's going to be one of those maybe overtrade a little bit, trying to just push a trade through. We have our safeties. Corner we could use an upgrade on, so I probably will use some draft capital here to land somebody. Kind of already... Oh, Jalen Johnson is superstar. That's kind of sucky. I was hoping Jalen would have been star dev here. Jamel Dean's looking pretty good, so probably going to go back to that. Ooh, Kenny Moore, star dev. Oh, Deron Bland. I think that might not even be enough. Okay, we got him. Deron Bland. That first next year. Maybe I did overtrade. I was thinking about taking the first, see where we're at, but we're throwing these first-round picks around pretty easily. And, you know, as much as the clock, it's going. It's definitely going. It is also like, okay, maybe we can slow it down a little bit because we're going to be out of picks in literally no time. I think edge you could probably just keep as is. Now, though, I think you need to get that off-ball linebacker, maybe upgrade your tight end position, but then really where you need to upgrade is that offensive line. That is a position that has a lot of room for improvement. No trade packages. Okay, let's see if we can find a team with a middle linebacker that has some linemen they can trade off. Probably looking for 85-ish range. We have Zach Bond, who finally is kind of getting respected in game. Jalen Hurts. We could go Dallas Goedert too. We can make like a big let's swap the whole team type of move here. Jordan Mailata is also a superstar. This is too much, but we'll see. See if we can, maybe make it happen. Dalton Schultz, does that move the needle at all? It does. It does. And there's money. Okay, maybe I do actually trade off Tank Dell. Oh, we already have 3 players a part of it. So Devin White, I mean, he's not really worth that much here. This feels wrong. Like, I go from saying I want Tank Dell to start, I think it's fair, to, hey, Tank, you mind joining the Eagles, buddy? Henry To'o, I mean, I don't think we're going to even get this trade off. I don't want to give them a first-round pick. And I don't think the 4th-round pick is going to be enough. We're already down 6 minutes here. They need a center. I mean, I could downgrade to upgrade down the line. Okay, this is not going to work. I can't get rid of anyone here, though. It's going to have to be a first-round pick, which is fine. It sucks, but it's fine. This time, I feel pretty confident that it won't go through instantly. Yeah, okay, so this time we at least know we're not overtrading by too much. This, I think, should be fine. Really? So that second-round pick is important. I mean, we are really down the line here. We're asking them, hey, you want to take a draft pick that is so far in the future the world could be exploded by then? Sure. And I'm like penny pinching after throwing first and second-round picks in. This is just being dumb. Like, why am I being dumb? Just make the trade. Thank you. So we do get a lot of players. We had some new talent. We had high overall talent. We have 3 minutes left, though. Can we get even better on the offensive line? We still have a second. We still have a third. We still have a fourth. We have the 2 wide receivers. We definitely downgrade at wide receiver. We upgrade at tight end. And we also add a new lineman. We can use another lineman, center. I think I can live with the other guys if I had to. So I'm not going to go too crazy. We have our 3 linebackers. Do we have more than 3? We do have our 3 linebackers. So I think that's fine. I'm not really sure why I'm saying linebackers like that, but sure. I'm trying to think of a team that has serviceable linemen that won't break the bank. Conklin, I mean, I just need 2 84 pluses, and I'm happy. Bayadez, I don't like that. I need a center, I suppose. Damn, the centers across the league are terrible. Eric McCoy is going to be asking for a lot, right? Like, well, I mean, he's not asking for they're asking for a lot in his name. Not going to happen. We have 2 minutes left. Okay, things are starting to get going a little bit here. We need a center more than anything, though. I don't really like these trades. Was there any other position we could have done? Joel Bitonio. I think even, I was about to say, even that might not be enough. So let's just get Joel Bitonio, and whatever happens, happens. We're down to 2 minutes left. There's not a lot of positions we need. Like I said, we need like one lineman. I could live with the rest. And considering Joel, who's 32 and only star, is going for this much, yeah, maybe this is our peak. This might be actually like the max we can do. That might be genuinely the max. We have 2 minutes left. Can we improve on special teams? Fairbairn's probably pretty damn good, though. So let's just take a glance at the team, see what our big positional needs are. Once again, you could argue that we made the team worse at certain aspects, but overall, the team is way more balanced than it was. Yeah, I mean, what is the punter? I mean, the punter kicker is good. I really don't see a world where we make this team better. Like, what do we do to do that? Is there anything they're gonna be willing to give us? Not particularly. I guess you look at wide receivers and let's go to the Chiefs, steal Hopkins, get ourselves, a high overall slot. Not even close. I really don't think there's anything we can do. I guess we could do a lineman swap. With 48 seconds left, we can maybe trade off. Yeah, Titus Howard's actually not that good, so I'm not really sure why we're happy with that. We have 42 seconds left, and I'm now just realizing, hey, you know what? We could actually do better. Let's go Braden Smith. I don't think we can even do this. We do. Okay, that's a good upgrade. I'm honestly fine with just stopping the clock right there. All right, this is what the starting lineups looks like. We only went up 3 overalls, but I mean, it's tough. It's tough to go up higher than that. We kept the, the skill positions in check for the most part. The same guys, quarterback, wide receivers, running back. Wide receiver 3 is a downgrade, but we got Dallas Goedert in return, 4 overalls higher than Schultz. Similar type of player. Offensive line definitely improves with the guards going way up. Braden Smith also an upgrade at tackle. If we would have thought a little bit deeper about it, we wouldn't have spent so much time on some of the earlier trades. Could have maybe, downgraded at left tackle with Tunsil to gain trade value to upgrade elsewhere. But I don't really hate where we're at, especially offensively. Defensively, sure, we could have maybe done a little bit better at DT2, maybe a right out linebacker 1, but I think we did great here too, right? The linebackers improved vastly, the DTs improved vastly, the cornerback 2 spot improves vastly, safety, we lose a little bit of depth, but overall, the team is obviously better. They just kind of don't have draft picks for the next 3 seasons. That's pretty bad. But also for this one, normally we go with different playbooks. Do we? I mean, we're rebuilding that team, even though we're, allowed to do it. We are going to cheese it. I think, considering we only have 1 season, considering we know how hard playbooks affect outcomes and outlooks on teams, assuming this is a 4-3, which I imagine, the game is just so all over the place at times. I think you do got to just put the best playbooks you can think of on. This is what I would consider the best playbooks in the entire game. West Coast spread, KC with 4-3 base, Buffalo, and we're going to sim. The one thing we will do, though, is keep the XP sliders on base. And with this team, the Texans go 15-2. Just like the Chiefs, I made a mistake. I went to the Super Bowl. I didn't think that was even possible to go to the Super Bowl from there. Why did I do that? I don't know. But I will say we weren't going to go in anyways. This just takes way too long regardless. So we unfortunately have the lackluster look of we're already out of the playoffs and the Super Bowl and whatnot. But that was how I was going to do it anyways. I was going to sim it. We can't go in the games. It takes too long. We're doing too many teams here. CJ Stroud, 4,600 yards, 53 touchdowns, 6 picks. Unbelievable numbers. I do kind of want to keep this down on paper as well. At least the quarterbacks. I want to see how each one compares to each other with the same scheme. Then we move on to the running back where Joe Mixon was obviously really, really good. Receiver Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs was killer. Dallas Goedert, solid. Collins, okay. Mechie, pretty good. Offensive line, we actually seen pretty good numbers, especially from Laramie Tunsil. Then we look at the defense where Will Anderson had himself a year. 23.5 sacks. Buckner, not so great. Hunter, definitely not so great. And then Stewart, not so great either. Interceptions, he had a couple with 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually, each single number had, a duplicate person. Fairbairn was solid enough at 80%, and then Townsend over 50 yards per punt, once again, is the goal. Looking at the yearly awards, you have Mahomes winning the MVP over Stroud. We take a look at all the other AFC awards. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Anderson. Best QB is number 2. Best running back, number 1. Best wide receiver, number 1. Best O-line at number 9 and 10. Best D-line at number 1. Best linebacker, a little surprised to see Bond not on there, or to not see Bond on there, I suppose. 5 for Ward, and then best kicker at 6. But yes, unfortunately, we did go a little bit too far. We simmed all the way to the playoffs, which does actually have the Ravens in there. This is going to be so bad for us when we do the Ravens one and we don't win. Of course, sim is just completely random, and it doesn't really mean a whole lot because what can you do, right? It's just random. But the Steelers rebuild that we're going to be doing next is going to be very interesting as, yes, the Eagles won. That's awesome because then I don't have to try to follow up with a Ravens Super Bowl win. It's already bad enough that I have to try to get them there. But yeah, as far as this next team, the Steelers, goes, that quarterback situation could be challenging. How far did this team make it? They lost the first round against said Steelers team. Wow, that is painful. Well, we know that the Steelers do make the Super Bowl, the playoffs, just like they will in real life. Interesting indeed. Well, on to the Steelers, who were able to make it all the way to the championship round. Lovely. All right, so 15-2 season. Made the playoffs. Pretty successful for the Texans, but lost in the first round. We now move on to the Steelers, who are going to be a little bit tougher than this team. I kind of am going based on the record of each team, not really their talent levels. Russell Wilson's actually been playing some pretty good football. The problem is, in Madden, he's only a 78 overall, so I might be looking to replace him, upgrade if I can, but you look across the board and you got a lot more to worry about. Running back is only 83, wide receiver only 84, wide receiver 2 only an 80. The rest of the line not looking so good. Defensively, you do have, one of the best, if not the best edges in the league. Hayward's great. Fitzpatrick's solid. Joey Porter's good enough. Queen's pretty good, but there is definitely more to replace on this team than there is on the Texans at the kind of positions that matter the most, the ones that cost the most to replace. So I don't even think we're going to have as complete as a team as the other one, but at the same time, this team is coming in as an 85 overall, just like the Texans. But I suppose as that 85 overall goes, quarterback is definitely lesser than the Texans, and that costs a lot more draft capital than most positions, if not all of them, in the game. So we'll see what we can do, but yeah, there is definitely some positions we need to get. I think their floor is a little higher. I just think their ceiling's a little lower. But without further ado, let's get that clock started now, and we will be underway. Quarterback, is it possible? We got two good quarterbacks here. Can we get maybe, I don't know if Jared Goff's still star dev in the game, maybe a Jared Goff. Still a star dev at 88 overall. Seems a little wild to me, but at the end of the day, that's EA for you. All right, Jared Goff, I'm liking him. I'm liking him here a bit. If overall does truly matter, 88 overall, that could be peak for us. We're losing our first, second, and third round pick, but we are vastly improving at, the premier position in the NFL. Not going to be able to pull that trade off. And even a second round pick might not be enough. Wonder if Fields would actually be taken off, be better than that. But Jared Goff, he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. Maybe I could have went with Russell. Maybe I should have went for a different position first and said, you know what? I don't mind rolling it with Russell, but I do think a 10 overall upgrade at that position is massive. And I know Warren is a huge part of this team, but I am looking to just improve every single position I physically can. There's no loyalties here. Even if I was doing a Packers one, I wouldn't care. It doesn't matter to me. Ooh. So I'm going to come back to this trade. I'm going to look for any wide receiver that is a star dev. Is there anyone that's like higher of an overall that's only star? Usually you're not going to see that, right? If you're higher than like 86. Typically you're going to be superstar plus. Drake London's another one of those names. Niners obviously got a bunch of superstar X Factor types. I'm thinking T. Higgins probably is the best bet, but you're basically getting the exact same type of receiver, and I don't know how I feel about that. Even Olave is superstar dev in the game now. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, man, I guess T. Higgins is going to be your guy, which, I mean, it is an improvement. It's just like the exact same type of receiver this team already has. I don't even know if I need to do 2 7s, but I'm doing it. Oh, okay, can I get the trade? Thank you. So we do upgrade at quarterback. We do upgrade at wide receiver, but still both of those are sub 90s. They're lower than 90 by quite a bit. Yeah, let's see what we got. So we got running back. You can definitely use an improvement on still. But it's costly. I mean, is there even a running... Man, we really don't have that much draft capital. Najee might just have to be the guy, but is there even a running back that's like only star dev that's not going to cost me too much? Yeah, James Conner's obviously been very consistent lately. What do we do here? I mean, they're all like either superstar or... Oh, yeah, I forgot Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't really like Jahmyr Gibbs in-game, though. Oh, wow, that is, I mean, just nowhere. Jahmyr Gibbs and Josh Jacobs is only star dev in Madden? This is doable. What am I throwing in? Okay, it's only a third. Can we maybe do something else? What else does Green Bay have that I would want? Wide receiver, sorta. McKinney, meh. We could use linemen. There's some linemen here. Gary's obviously not what he was. Can only select 3 players. I mean, I'm throwing them on the list. Oh, we're so broke. Okay, so wow, this team, I mean, it's okay. Okay, I'm not really liking that. This team's actually really broke. It might have just been the tag, the hit we lost. You know what? I'm going to pass on running back for now. I'm going to go a different position. I think even tight end we can hold off on. I think a corner is probably a bit better use of our talents. I might go straight over. Ooh, we have Gonzalez. See where we're at with this. Okay, I might go straight over to the Colts with this one. I think pure value-wise, the Colts are going to give me what I'm looking for. Is that Tariq Woolen at Superstar? I'm so lost. Like, some of the devs are just so random to me. I'm just like, okay, sure. But that guy's not? Oh, okay, sure. Let's go Kenny Moore, though. That's what I was going to say. We're going to go straight to Kenny Moore. He's a star dev, but he's a high overall. I mean, Deron Bland felt like really easy to get, whereas Kenny Moore seems insanely challenging. Tight end's always been one of those positions that are kind of easy to get, so we're going to take off Sutton, who probably doesn't hold much value anyways, as we're about 4 minutes through this. And we're going to throw Pat Freiermuth on there. I think corner's a little bit harder to get, and I think it's a little more important. But I also don't think we're going to get this. I'm going to take off some of these players. I just want to see where Deron Bland lives here with this trade value. Like, did we overtrade? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want to go with the same player. I mean, I'm not making it an official rule, but a sub-rule in my mind is not to trade for the same player twice. So if I can do that, I'm going to try. Let's see if we can get Jamel Dean. He's a really good overall, too. This should be able to go. I don't know if it's going to be a 5th. Might need to be another 4th. And it might need to be even more than that, which I really don't want to, do. So let's do a 3rd and then get like a 4th back if we're lucky. Is there any like players? Do we have safeties? Tyke Smith. I'm just going to go for the damn 4th. I think even that's not going to happen though. So a 4th next year might go. Is this really worth our time when we only have 5 minutes left? Probably not, right? We could probably just done like a 5th, call it a day. And instead we're fighting for a draft pick. Even as I'm talking about how wasteful it is, that probably won't make a difference down the line anyways. We get a new corner, though. We've got 2 solid young corners. I don't think we're going to really be able to do much more than that. We have so many other positions we need to do. O-line needs vast work, and it's going to not be pretty. Probably should be trading Fautanu as well, because he's a young player, and his value's high, yet... I mean, can we just go straight up? Tevin Jenkins. Do they have anyone else we'd want? Like, Edmonds isn't... Ooh, Byard. Okay, I can maybe pull this off. I don't know why I just pulled that guy off, speaking of, on accident, but sure, 2nd round pick. I mean, this is high. Damn, it's not high. Okay, what about this? I know O-line for O-lineman trades, they for some reason just go. So this should go. Yeah, there you go. So you get yourself a new guard. You do lose out, though. So we got to make sure we get these trades in because we definitely do lose out on some linemen. Like, we might not even have enough starters right now. So we need Daniels to maybe play center. Frazier and Fautanu with their value could potentially get us higher overall tackles that are just a bit older maybe right now. I mean, this straight up would be a pretty good trade, but I feel like because they're so young, we might be able to do more. Greg Rousseau. This team doesn't really need edge. Milano's too high of an overall. I don't like this. I mean, I guess at Oliver, he's not the best. Okay, maybe we can't do that. Okay, so we are doing better for ourselves, but it's going to cost us some draft picks. Maybe I should just let this fly and just keep what we got, call it a day. But I feel like I'm kind of committed now. Okay. Do we have that fourth next? Okay, fourth 2 years from now, that should be enough to do it. That is genuinely painful because I don't know how to get through this trade now. What do they want? Right end? No. Larry Ogunjobi. Hopefully he has a lot of value. He does. Thankfully, we have 2 minutes left. We still have some extra draft picks to throw in there. We still have other positions we need to get rid of and upgrade. I would really like to upgrade that running back position if possible. We still have a first, 2 firsts actually. Can we go for a super haul here? We need like D-line / running back. Maybe go straight to the Eagles for some of their players. Saquon Barkley with maybe Devontae Smith, Jalen Carter. I mean, I don't want to overtrade, but at the same time, I don't think this is overtrading. Yeah, this is not overtrading at all. I mean, hell, even this might not go. Damn. Okay, so that's a little crazy to me that is the value, or lack thereof, if you will. I'm going to actually go to the Lions for this one. I need a little bit of help. Jack Campbell's been decent. This is really a costly trade for not good return. Just want to make sure we got our... Okay, so that should be like a third back, and if not, I'm okay with doing it. Yeah, this trade value is really bad, but... Oh my god, I actually can't believe we're getting shafted this hard. This feels like we're getting scammed. Alright. Still need to add more, huh? I mean, I'm not even sure if Campbell's really added much to this trade, but we're doing it. 50 seconds left, so I mean, I might as well get something done. Our O-line isn't the best, but I think we've done enough. What are our draft picks looking like? This is like next to nothing. We'll keep 1 pick open just in case. So running back could use an upgrade. I don't think we're going to be able to pull it off. Wide receivers, fair enough. Tight end, I would love an upgrade, but we're not going to get it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 linemen. Once again, could be better. They're not going to be. Benton or trade. We have more linebackers than we need. We have our okay safeties. I mean, Elliott's good enough. If I can, I mean, we're looking at our team so long, we're like out of time. I guess Brisker would be an upgrade if we can get it. All right, let's, with no time left, basically make the worst trade ever, but at least it's an upgrade, apparently, technically. I don't think it was our best work, but let's see if we can at least get to that 88, just like the Texans. All right, moment of truth. Are we an 88 plus? We are an 89. So it's weird to me because where is that 89 come from? It's got to be a lot of the defense, right? You got the edge rush, the free safety, and the D end. Because a lot of the other positions on that Texans team felt better, right? Like wide receiver, I guess quarterback was actually a lower overall than Goff, but running back was a lot higher. Tight end, O-line. Yet this team's an 89 overall. I think this is a bit more of a balanced team. You know, the like I said, the floor is a bit higher. But yeah, it is a lot on defense. 88 defense, 83 offense. We'll see what happens, though. I'm intrigued. Got the big possession receivers. You have a very good possession quarterback. So, I mean, you got a guy that's going to throw those in there. So, I mean, this is actually probably the perfect offense for Jared Goff. Even though Real Life Lions is also a perfect offense for him. Well, really any quarterback, to be honest. All right, hear me out. I don't know what is going on with my brain this morning. This literal Christmas morning. But it works out because we do end up in the Super Bowl as a 14-3 team. I don't know why I keep going to the Super Bowl. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, what am I doing? But hey, it works out. We're actually in the Super Bowl. We're going to go into that sim as well. Really big choke job near the end there. Let's take a look at the once again, always bridesmaid to this damn Chiefs team. I bet you the moment I start tinkering around with things, I start making trades, we're going to end up selling. You know what? I have a plan. And that is to not replace any of the high overalls on the Chiefs team. I'm not going to pull off like a trade Creed Humphrey off for an 88 overall center and get a better this. I'm only going to upgrade players, pure position. I'm not losing any players unless it's one-to-one position-wise and we're getting better, okay? If I'm replacing a 78 overall left end, I'm replacing them with a left end that time. I want to make sure that the only way we suck is because EA doesn't allow us to be good. Jared Goff, though, really good season. Najee, I mean, lackluster running back numbers, to be honest. Call it how it is. Pickens is great. Freiermuth was solid. Calvin Austin stealing the show from Higgins a bit, but Higgins was good. Blocking was nowhere near as good as that Texans one. Pass rush, more consistent, more balanced, but still not the best. I was hoping Highsmith would have been a little bit higher, but I guess, this is actually pretty realistic, so they're pretty good. I'm just used to seeing the 99 overalls, are very close to it, putting up like 20 sacks a season, We just had Will Anderson, it's not even a 90 overall, let alone 99, put up like 23 and a half, Interceptions, Brisker and Dean, the two new DBs, had great seasons. Campbell with 2 picks himself. Boswell was great. Waitman was solid. Let's take now a look at the yearly awards. We have Goff at number 8. Any award wins at all. Who the hell was that? Lad McConkey. I don't know why. I just didn't know who that was for a moment. Pickens, best wide receiver. And then, of course, best linebacker does go to TJ Watt. I almost said Bin Laden. I don't know what's going on here. I'm having a morning, dude. Let me tell you. But the Steelers are in the Super Bowl. We'll go in. It's the Super Bowl. We'll go in. We're not going to go in like the other speed rebuilds where every single game of the playoffs we would go in because it's one season. It's very lackluster if the season ends. But we have 4 seasons here. We're like we're the hotel. Is it? Yeah, it's technically a hotel. That's what it's called. Come on, Pittsburgh. If we could come out with even 50% success rate in this 4-team speed rebuild challenge video, whatever you want to call it, special, I'd be happy. Even if we lose here, we do have that chance at 50-50, right? But it would be definitely a bit higher of odds if we pulled it off right here and right now, and we will get one. We are 1-1. 1 success, 1 failure. The Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl in this speed rebuild realm, which is ironic because arguably, like, looking at the teams themselves, the players themselves, it might end up at least the worst team we make. Which, I mean, it's not saying a whole lot because, we're going to make some pretty good teams here. We have 88 for the Texans, and, this team was an 89, and, the next teams could be 90 plus. The Ravens, already have a really high overall QB. Same with, Mahomes and the Chiefs. Save those draft picks, the draft capital. Thankfully, Russell Wilson and Fields seem to be decent trade value, but yeah, very interesting nonetheless that we actually got it with the Steelers. It could be a weird situation where this is the one team we actually win it with, and the other ones fall short. It would not surprise me. And here we are with team number 3, the Baltimore Ravens. Oh my, look at Derrick Henry, 99 overall. I genuinely thought it really wasn't going to work. Just the way they run the ball, I just felt like it was going to be too much delay in the backfield, and Derrick Henry wasn't going to be able to get up to speed, the way he normally does to, like, run everyone over. I thought he was going to be good. I didn't think he was going to be this good. So, yeah, unbelievable. Derrick Henry's him, and we will not be touching that. Once again, I want these teams, specifically the Chiefs when we do them, to only be good and better now. Also, Deontay Johnson, is he not on this team anymore? I think he's off this team. So let's not use him as trade bait. I'm pretty sure he's not on this team anymore. But yeah, only going to try to upgrade, not downgrade. So far, we haven't really done the whole trade off a high overall for a lesser talent to get trade value. So yeah, I'm also not thinking we're going to need it. I think this might be another one of those where we leave some time on the clock because there's just not much they need. Maybe some offensive linemen. We could definitely improve on wide receiver, but everything else looks pretty good. Well, without any further ado, team number 3 on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go for a wide receiver early. Speaking of going for things, don't know who the hell we want to go for. DJ Moore straight up. Oh, okay. So they're 26. Would you argue that Godwin would maybe be a little bit easier to get because of the age? So Who the hell do you even go with here? I guess Godecki, he's okay. Ooh. I mean, I'll take it, but at the same time, did we overtrade? I mean, considering DJ Moore was like another third-round pick, it seems like needed. I don't hate that we maybe lost a little bit of value. That's fine. I can live with it. Bateman, he's a pretty good player, but I don't think you need 3 good wide receivers in Sim because the third receiver just does well anyways, it seems. We need linemen. I don't even know if I really like Godecki for the long term, but let's try to get edge. I think edge is right up there with our positional needs. Can you get Mac? Superstar Davies, 32. Thank you. I love you, Khalil. This is doable. As a Packers fan, I feel like I may have just committed a felony by saying that, but hey, you know what? Still a fun player to watch, even though the Packers were kind of terrorized for a while. I mean, I still can't believe the back sack, where he literally sacked Rodgers with his back. That was cool. That was fun. So we got a new edge rusher, which is great. Massive upgrade. I think, Baltimore's doing fine in real life without changing anything up, but at the same time, in game, we could definitely do better, and we have. Trey White obviously regressed into oblivion. Can we get another corner, another starter? Can we get Kenny Moore this time, maybe? It doesn't really look super great. I don't know why Kenny Moore is so valuable. They're just like, you know what? We ride or die, dude. He's our guy. I don't want to trade too much, but I want Kenny Moore. Okay. Can we do O-line? What about Ryan Kelly? That wouldn't be a bad trade. First round pick involved, though. It's costly, but I'm willing to do it if it's going to happen. It's a pretty high overall corner. You get an 84 overall center. Problem is, they're really not interested. I'm doing this. Oh, that's so close. That seems like such a trade to get Kenny Moore, but I'm willing to do it. I don't think height matters in game. In real life, I don't do this because that's just too short of a corner to be trading this much capital, but in game, I'm kind of down. 4th round pick should do it. We're costing a lot of time here too, so kind of feel like, we got to get that trade through since we've made the effort. Really feels like an overtrade for that kind of size of a corner, but he is good. He's a very good player. Need a free safety, so let's, do the whole flip the current free safeties for someone similar but a higher overall. Byard, maybe? I feel like we tried to trade for him and he was really expensive. Maybe. We'll see. Problem is we got rid of all of our draft picks. We're looking super into the future now. I'm down to do this though. Ooh, that barely moved. Wait, am I crazy? Hopefully you don't hear too much of the D-pad as well. Okay, so we're going to have to do less than 86. I think less than 86 is our goal. Holland's really low overall these days. Let's get rid of that third, see where we're at. Ooh, wow. Even that went. So, with that third, that would have been a crazy overtrade. May not even be able to pull off that 5th there. But that's fine. I don't care losing an extra 5th, extra 4th, whatever. As long as it's not that 3rd round pick. DB seems set. Edge away has never done well in Sim for me, so I will be trading him off for Edge if I can. We have 6 minutes left. We have time. Just make a trade happen. I'm trying to think of what team could just go straight up Chargers again. I don't really like that though. I'm really looking at these 3-4 Edge. It's weak. Van Ginkel maybe, but that's just not worth it. I'm looking for a damn near 90 overall if I'm making this trade. Who do we got? A lot of off-ball situations. I guess you get Brian Burns. Brian Burns is a pretty good sim performer. Oh, we just had Highsmith. This could be interesting. Burns would be an upgrade, but not by much. So if we're doing the Burns trade, I'm not really in love with it, but I'm willing to do it anyways because it is a slight improvement. Yeah, it's a good enough improvement, I think, and with the draft capital we still have left, we should still be able to improve on the O-line. Actually, we didn't do the D-line. That might have been an error from us. That cost us a lot, right? Do need a new middle linebacker as well. Yeah, that might have been a mistake. We do have a lot of draft picks, though, so let's just not think about it. Let's go for a new middle linebacker, something in the 80s. Get a new lineman on the way. Something in the 80s. What do we got? Nick Bolton. We're digging into the Chiefs team as we're about to join them. So many superstars. That really doesn't help me, though. I need non-superstars. I need guys that are going to come to the team for cheap. Did we get Bobby Wagner? I think we did get him. We tried to get him, and we did get him. Oh, Gamertag. We got Devin Lloyd. Any O-linemen that are still halfway decent on this team? Not really, to be honest. Oh, Lord, these teams. I mean, we're asking for a lot here. Gamertag. They only got like one good lineman too, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Like, am I really trading this much to get a linebacker and a lineman? Let's go Luakandi's off ball, so maybe they'll view him as lesser. And then I guess Brandon Scherf, but he's a superstar. Okay, I mean, this might just be too costly anyways. Damn, what do I do? We're kind of hitting a roadblock here. TJ Mosley's so good, dude. Shaq Thompson and Taylor Moton, maybe? I mean, I'm not against it. Derek Brown's way too costly. What are we looking at, though? Yeah, even if I threw a first-round pick, that's not going to happen. Oh, that's movement. That is nice. That could go. Yes, that's a good trade. 2 positions filled. One of them are pretty damn high overall at 85 overall. Still got about 3 minutes left to work with. Wish you could just kind of skip that right there. What do we got? Linderbaum, Taylor. So we have 2 linemen, arguably. 3, 4. So we need at least 1. I can live with anyone else. Anyone else on the team, that's fine. That's okay. So let's just try to get 1. 83 plus, preferably. Landon Dickerson, we already traded for. I don't know if we've repeat or not. I'm kind of just like going through it a little bit. Damian Lewis, straight up. I was about to say, Damian Lewis without even having to trade like draft picks would be kind of crazy. I mean, can we just do this? We have a first and a second left. That's going to be for the D-line if possible, though. I mean, I'm willing to trade, a draft pick. They just got to be worth it. Who's this? Shaq Mason. I don't really like it. I'm looking for players. I'm not seeing them. Elijah Vera Tucker's not bad, actually. We need D-line. I don't think we're going to get it here. Quentin's just too costly. Elijah? Oh, man, who do they need? Left out? Ajaba's not going to get the job done. And even if he does, we have to trade off something here. Oh, this is costly. I don't want to give up a second-round pick for Elijah Vera Tucker. Nice. Okay, that worked a lot. That is huge. Still need D-linemen, but that's pretty much it, I think. I think every other position's kind of filled. We got ourselves... Oh, wide receiver. Did we do that? We did. Chris Godwin. I forgot. Arguably an overtrade as well. We love it. Isaiah Likely. I don't know how much I need him, so we're going to be going with the Chiefs scheme. I mean, really, Michael Pierce is on the team, too, so we don't even need that. Linebacker we filled. So, yeah, I mean, we just need, with a first and a second-round pick, 2 DTs if we're replacing Pierce. I mean, I can do that. Which team had the 2 DTs that we were like, yeah, why not? Like, the Colts are good, but there was another team. Oh, it was the freaking Commanders. This is a bit of a tougher trade. Ooh, maybe not. Okay, so I'd probably overtrade there, but only a minute left. I didn't know we were dealing with. What's the punting situation on this team? I know Tucker's not had a good year, but he's good enough in-game to just keep going, Stout, it's fine. So, yeah, I mean, there's really not a position of need on this team now. I'm happy, once again, to stop the clock early. All right, what overall did we actually start as? We're at 90 now. I don't know what the team started as, though, to be fair, but O-line is really where the team glowed up the most. Massive upgrades on the offensive line, across the board. Wide receiver, Godwin's definitely a bit higher of an overall than who they had before. Technically, Bateman, I suppose. Did we trade off Bateman? I don't even know how we got him. But, 87 overall, then 85. Quarterback, running back, tight end, all that kind of stays the same. Defensively, we made some big upgrades, too. Middle linebacker, too, wasn't that massive an upgrade, but the edge, huge. 9 overalls for Mac? 8 or 9. Burns, another 3 or 4. Free safety goes up quite a bit. Corner 2 goes up way high. D-line interior, Jonathan Allen and Payne are pretty big upgrades. Definitely upgraded the team more than we heard it. That's, going to be pretty much a given at this rate. But let's see if this team can, wrong thing, can do it. This time I'm actually going to the right location. The playoffs, instead of the Super Bowl. But it worked out last time, so who knows? And at 15-2, we get the bye week. This is the first one of the 3 we've done that we've actually gotten the actual bye week as well. Top 3 have been kind of the same top 3 for the most part in the NFL. I think, was it Gibbs? Somebody recently kind of cracked the top 3 that wasn't the same. It was like Barkley, Henry, Jacobs for the longest time. I think it just recently changed. Jacobs dropping to 4, I believe. But, yeah, you can see here pretty much the same here, just slightly out of order. Looking at the numbers, Lamar Jackson, unbelievable. Could be MVP. Henry, unbelievable. 3 1,000-yard receivers, which is really good. Godwin with 20 touchdowns. Blocking was really, really good, too. I mean, look at the sacks allowed. Only 11 through the tackles. Usually get that per tackle, no matter how high of an overall they are. And look at this. That 3-4 defense. Mack with 22 sacks, 18.5 for Matabike, 9.5 for Brian Burns. Jonathan Allen with 7.5, one of the worst seasons we've seen, and 7.5 is not bad. Interceptions, 2 guys with 4 picks, 3 for Humphrey, 1 for Thompson, but Kenny Moore was one of those guys, new addition. Tucker not having a great season there, and kind of similar to real life. Punting was good. Lamar MVP? Lamar MVP. All right, so we finally win MVP. We got Defensive Player of the Year on top of it. Best QB, best running back number 2, best wide receiver number 1 and 6. Best O-line, no. Best D-line, yes. Best linebacker, yes. Best DB at number 5. Best kicker, definitely not. See this team can go to the Super Bowl. I suppose, honestly, us skipping right to the Super Bowl is not even the worst thing in the world because we're just going to do that anyways. I can see how we lost in the past, and there we go. I didn't actually look for the Texans one, did we? I don't think we did. Maybe we did. I can't remember. It's already so long ago. The Rams do win the Super Bowl, which is pretty impressive. Let's go and see how this team season ended, though. If we can go 50-50, that'd be clutch. I don't know if we're going to, though. And they lost in the championship round. That kind of sucks. Very low-scoring game that just, the Chiefs found a way to score just enough more points to send us packing. The Chiefs always in the damn Super Bowl. Tucker got a kick blocked, which meant the difference between overtime and not. That is really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, but 91 overall. Baltimore Ravens will fall just short of the Super Bowl. At least all 3 teams have been playoff teams, though. Can the Chiefs, who, basically by default have a really good chance at winning the Super Bowl anyways, win to make it a 50-50 at 500, 50% success rate? Of course, look at the sacks. Look at that. That's unbelievable. 40 sacks between those 2. And here it is, the final team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Not a whole lot you need to change on this offense. You get 2 new tackles. You get maybe 2 new wide receivers. I kind of want to keep Worthy if I can, though, so we'll try to do that if we can. And then defensively, there are some upgrades that can be made. D-line, especially Karlaftis in-game, who just doesn't play well in Sim for some reason, can be upgraded. Draft picks are going to be mainly used on this defensive side, I got to be honest. 89 overall, not changing much about the offense, except we're going to have better tackles and possibly better wide receivers. So if this team doesn't look equal to, if not better than we're used to seeing, I'm calling foul. I'm going to sue. Adama Kong, that is. That's actually probably not better. All right, another 10 minutes on the clock. We know what we need to do. Let's do it. Let's get ourselves a brand new wide receiver, why don't we? Pick 32. No one's going to be arguing that thing, right? We're all going to be like, yeah, I could see it. Who do you want to go? Like, do I go big or go home? Like Jamar Chase? Yeah, let's just go home. That's just too expensive. He is way too costly. Godwin is pretty solid for us, so anyone like Godwin would also be pretty good. Terry McLaurin. Ooh, I forgot about the cap on this team. So you're probably looking at a guy that's on a rookie deal. Waddle's not really on a rookie deal, but he's still, decent. He's also a perfect fit for this team. 85 overall, though. I forgot his overall is a little lower. Could go back to him, though. Devontae Smith, also maybe a potential nice fit for this team. Not really on a rookie deal either, though, so I'm kind of just, going off of what I've already said. I'm thinking Waddle is going to be our safest bet. But if we can pull off... Ayuk is still really young. We can pull off a Nakua, maybe? I'd like Nakua. Garrett Wilson, sadly, is superstar now. Let's go Nakua. Damn, okay. This is not looking great for us. So far, so not good. I mean, everyone's a damn superstar plus now, so it's not really going to work out. Olave, for some reason, they're down, though. Can we pull this off? I mean, would you like any of these corners? This corner's named Connor. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Okay, we've already wasted a minute and a half, and we have nobody. This is a great start. I mean, I guess we go Waddle. I think Waddle is going to be doable straight up for a first-round pick. Not even close. I mean, that's not true, but close-ish. Late third, Joshua Williams, inches away. So we're at least going to get Waddle, which is an improvement. It's almost the same exact type of receiver, though, as, wow, really, we're going to do this today, as Worthy. So are you really gaining much? Probably not. This is an overtrade, but we've wasted so much time. 2 full minutes, and we've gotten one of the positions done. That's not great. Wide receiver, I want to go even higher, but I'm going to move on to the tackle position. I think it's a little bit more of a need. The team's been able to do pretty well in sim with the guys they got at wide receiver, so considering we just upgraded, that should be enough as is. Do we go with Paris Johnson? I think he's a little bit too young. The Colts got a couple of guys like Ryman and Kelly. I don't really like Kelly as a tackle, though. 2 and a 3, where are we at? Not even close. Okay. Unfortunately, Cosme's not a normal dev anymore either, so he's going to be very costly. Not making that play. What do we got here? Jake Matthews. Oh, that's a good shout out here. Could go Jake Matthews and McGarry. Oh, they got David Bakhti. Oh, well, that's not really fair. I don't know why I thought anything else of it. This might be an overtrade. I thought it was going to be an overtrade. Okay, so this is definitely the team we need to trade with, because if that isn't enough, then yeah, getting any of the other tackles around the league is going to be damn near impossible. 2 second-round picks, a third, and then whatever we have to add on is kind of costly. But it's still improvements. It's still vast improvements. We could even go maybe higher for tackle if we wanted to, but for right now, I'm okay with that. I would like to improve the defense. That is really where our biggest issues are right now. The edge needs massive work. Who do you get to fix the edge, though? Oh, I want Rousseau, actually. First round pick. Oh, we're too broke. Okay, there's got to be somebody in this team that's really expensive that we can get rid of. Jake Matthews. We just got him. I don't know about that. Oh, Jawan Taylor. It's not showing that we're saving money here, though. I really want Rousseau. Edge is expensive anyways. Rousseau always performs. Do we do a first, second, and then I get Von Miller as well? I don't really want Von Miller, though. I get Ed Oliver. Okay, I'm not getting Ed Oliver. He's costly, too. 2 first-round picks for Greg Rousseau. Okay, I mean, that's what they're saying. It looked like it was at least a second. Maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, but Greg Rousseau is so good in sim that I actually, believe it or not, don't hate that. Did we trade off Jawan, by the way? So we traded off Jawan, and our money's still gone. That's not good. What about these two? Nice. Okay, that will help us out a lot. I think we could use one linebacker. I'm not really sure what overall, though. Like 84. Let's go back to Wagner. Okay, this could go. I don't know what else draft picks we have. We've kind of, once again, overtraded a little bit. We still have the second round pick, but it is kind of super far into the future. It's not holding much value, obviously. Left tackle, you want any of these guys? Probably not. Damn, they are willing to do... I mean, he's a high overall, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to do it. This team doesn't need much more than that. And we could definitely get away with just using Karlaftis. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Karlaftis in sim, but we've seen worse, right? Not bad there. Got 4 minutes left. We might have jumped the gun a little bit. I can admit it. Might have gotten a little ahead of ourselves because we were worried about the time. Could use a free safety. We don't have much left, right? We have minimal picks at best. Did we end up trading the strong safety? We did. Oh, we don't even have corner. Damn, we need some... we need a miracle here. We need a team with, like, Johnson and Rapp. Rapp your Johnson. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Do you go Greg Newsome and Delpit? I mean, those are improvements. Damn, even Greg... I mean, I get they are really young. Anyone else, like, super not young? Be great to find some, like, elderly man to play corner for us. Diggs, not going to happen. Fuller, okay, Fuller. Fuller and Poyer, this is a trade. Damn, dude. I know Fuller's a high overall, he's not that old, but that kind of surprises me a little bit at the same time. And there's not much we can do here. Ooh, I don't like it. Calais Campbell, I mean, he's like a one-year type of dude. I don't even feel like that's much of an upgrade at D-line anyways. I don't know what I'm thinking I'm getting here, but clearly not there for their second-round pick. Damn, okay, we, like I said, might have overtraded. Where's James Bradbury? It's not really an improvement. Lenore is super young. I don't like it. Not really many elderlies these days. I mean, Reed, I guess, straight up. Can't afford them. Damn, we're really hitting a wall here. I don't like it. Carlton Davis. And that's it, because they have all young safeties. I don't know why I'm expecting us to even get Carlton Davis straight up. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this cornerback spot. I need to get at least like an 82, 83, so maybe Jonathan Jones is that guy. Duggar and Jones would be nice. Okay, that's enough for me to be like, let's take a stab at it, I guess. Well, Kareem Hunt, they can't do it because we have too many players in the trade. I don't know how we're supposed to make a trade here. Like, is this not enough? But to say Jonathan Jones ain't worth that much, is he? It's the two-player trades. I completely forgot, actually, that when you throw two players into a trade, the value of your guys just, like, plummets. What else are we missing? We've got 2 minutes left. We could get rid of DeAndre Hopkins, or one of these guys at least. So you have Waddle, Rice, Hopkins, Brown, Worthy. I mean, what do we need? We got our O-line set. I guess we won't need like one DT, which they have to cost less than $3 million. And I got to be real with you, I don't see that happening. Maybe like Seattle, Byron Murphy. At least he has like decent dev, and he's young because he's a rookie, so maybe you get away with that. Kenny Clark is a freaking expensive boy. That's my big, strong man, though. That's the big man himself. Sweat, no. I don't like this. We're running out of time. I don't know. Kalijah Cansey. Like, even Calais Campbell was like, nah, I'm not joining you. Grady Jarrett's too expensive. I'm selling. I'm choking. It's too much pressure. Somebody please. Oh, Kobe Turner. Kobe Turner could be a guy. Oh, no, he's not. Who are we trying to replace in the D-line anyways? Oh, we do need D-line, huh? Is that good enough? Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, no. No, please. I mean, at this point, I have committed to Byron. He's not the best of overall. He might not even go. Yeah, I was about to say, he's actually... Oh, no. Where's the Dolphins? Give me Calais after all. I want Calais. I can't believe how low all this is. We had to get a damn 38-year-old dude. And the team ends up being a 91 overall. Like I said, you know, we pretty much kept the team intact. Only improved where we could. We actually kept the receivers where they are. You know, Rashee Rice, DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy, they're all still on the team. We just bump Waddle up that list a little bit. Left tackle's a vast improvement. Right tackle, I would have liked a little bit better, but that's still fine. And then everyone else is the exact same players they would have already started. And then defensively, we add Wagner. We add Leo. We don't actually add Leo Chanel. We keep Leo Chanel. We moved Drew Tranquill, the free safety. Forgot a free safety. He moved well over there overall-wise. Calais Campbell's happy to be here as the DT2. Rousseau's a massive upgrade. You know, Jonathan Jones, he's not as good of an upgrade, but he is still solid enough. He can get the job done. Could we have done more? Yes. Did we keep the team intact while doing so? Yes. So I'm okay with it. Here we are, playoffs. Let's see it. I mean, the Chiefs, 17-0. Are we looking at 17-0 perhaps? Watch it be the one time it really sucks. 15-2. Got that first round bye. That's all we're asking for. Let's take, well, I guess we can show this. What was the lowest win total we've had? Like 13 wins? 12 wins? We've done pretty well for ourselves. Obviously, you know, once again, the teams that are in this Christmas Day slots, if you will. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good, right? Mahomes, not the best season we've seen. Lamar Jackson, I think, takes the cake. Very close, if not Stroud, though. Stroud might have been better than even Lamar, to be honest. But Pacheco, pretty good numbers. Receivers, 3 1,000-yard guys. Waddle right up there with the best of them. Blocking, pretty good numbers, right? McGarry only gave up 2 sacks. That's awesome. Edge, Karlaftis. I usually don't see Karlaftis barely even get to double digits if he's lucky. 14.5 year. Rousseau had 14. Chris Jones and Calais Campbell both at 9 apiece. Good stuff. Here's Bucker misses 1 kick because it was blocked. Ariza, 52 yards per punt. No touchdowns on the special teams. Does not surprise me as we are headed to the MVP list, which shows Mahomes winning it. So he does win MVP. Any other award wins? Wow, Cole Holcomb, Defensive Player of the Year. That is a crazy name drop. Mahomes wins Best Quarterback as well. Pacheco, wide receiver, running back 2. Waddle at number 3 for wide receiver. O-line number 1, 2, and 3 for the big 3 themselves. D-line number 1 and 2. Wow, that's great. Looking at DB, not on the list. Kicker number 2. So what a year, surprisingly enough, for the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, we've been doing it the same every time. Let's go straight to the Super Bowl. Let's see. It worked out for the Steelers one. Let's see it. And they are in it. I mean, we're going to go in. There's no point not to. Like we've seen it with the Steelers, and yes, it's the Chiefs. I don't care. If we can go 50-50, I would call this a success. Going to the end of the game, 7-0. Still holding strong at 7-0, 7-7. Come on, give me 50-50. Half and half, baby. I'll take it. 500 for this would be awesome. 28-10, 28-13, 31-13. And we will win. All right, the Chiefs are going to win another Super Bowl against the Niners. Technically winning the three-peat and putting us at 500 for this quad speed rebuild, if you even want to call it a challenge, because it's not really a challenge, it's just happening video. Hopefully this didn't run over an hour. There's not really much more to it. Chiefs won a Super Bowl. We won 2 Super Bowls out of 4 tries. 4 different teams, obviously. But that's pretty much it. If you guys want to see speed rebuilds come back in full force, whether it's, you know, this kind of a standard format or some sort of challenge style, let me know in the comment section below what you would like to see. And by leaving a like. Like I said, you know, if it's a lot of people watching it, a lot of people liking it, it's telling me, hey, you guys might want to see some more of this. And if, you know, we do one and you don't, it's like, okay, well, I guess you don't want to see it after all. Regardless of, if you guys enjoy this one, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. Might have seen a long Indiana Jones episode earlier today. If not, it'll be a little later today. But don't worry about watching the content. It's damn Christmas. If you're celebrating it, you know, don't worry about it, right? You can watch anytime. Spend time with your family. Spend time with yourself if you're solo. That's fine too. There's plenty of things you could do solo. In the bathtub with tissue. That's about it. Very wholesome Christmas. Happy holidays, all that stuff that won't get you canceled. Some of the other stuff I said might. Anyways, take care of yourselves. See ya. And as usual, shout out to all the members of the channel. I appreciate you guys a ton. If you're not a member of the channel already and you want to become one, click the join button. It is next to the subscribe button. Next to the subscribe button. Let's slow it down. It's Christmas, okay? Chill out. All the details will be there. And yeah, thanks for watching, whether you're a member or not. Appreciate you a ton. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good week. Hope you have a good life. And until next one, see ya.